Match number 73 in the women's wheelchair basketball, and it's the gold medal game between Australia and Holger Glenicki's Germany. John Trescari, the Australian coach, his team, of course, are now strong gold medal favourites. Germany hoping to avoid the silver medal for the second successive games. Silver really sucks, is the comment before this game from the leading scorer, Marina Mohan, their captain. And these Australians made almost imperious progress through. They had two tight games. Their opener against Brazil, 52-50. And then the semi-final against the United States when they won by a single point, 40-39. Already tonight, the USA have lost the bronze medal game. Holland will be joining these two nations on the podium. The question is, which one of them will be on top with the gold medal? Alongside me is Nate Williams once again. And Nate, who are the big players to look out for in this Australian team?
Well, it's got to be Kobe Christen and the young Amber Merritt. They've been very impressive in this tournament, averaging very high numbers, double figures for the both of them.
And there is Amber Merritt, nearly 14 points already, her PPG. And Germany have so many big game players, and they also have players of a great reach as well, the likes of Marina Mohan, who we can see there, 16-point PPG, and Gesche Sherman. And if you've got that height and that reach at both ends of the court, that's a very important thing.
Yeah, it's a very important thing to stop the shot on the defensive end, but also it doesn't mean you have to put a lot on the shot on the offensive end if she gets inside the paint, which is the tactic I think needs to be for Australia. Keep Mohan out.
And the gold medal game is underway. Germany in the black vests, playing from left to right in this first quarter. Zayn, and there is Mohan setting for the first shot, and it rattles in and out, but the offensive rebound gathered by Muller. 24 more seconds for the Germans, and now Annika Zayn, such a key player.
Yeah, been very impressive in this tournament. Hit 25 points against Great Britain in the quarter-final.
And there's Muller, and she misses as well. 0 for 2 so far for Germany. And here come Australia. Their captain, Bridie Keane. Inside towards Crispin, but the German cover is very, very strong at the start. Out to the top of the key. Gauci inside to Crispin. The whistle goes, but the basket is netted. She also drew the foul, so she'll get the chance for an extra point. Gesche Sherman with the first personal foul of the game, and she misses. And Mohan is quick there to grasp the defensive rebound.
Just pressured there by Bridie Keane.
And both these teams are anticipating a physical game as the ball is turned over again by Germany. They didn't leave their own half in time.
Yeah, 8-second violation called on Germany. Like you said, it'll be a very physical game, but the Germans are used to that. They come up against that in Great Britain in the quarter-final.
Stewart, a laser pass inside, which wasn't gathered, but the foul will be called. Big night for the referees as well. Adina Muller on Crispin. And now it's Gauci. Crispin again. And plenty of nerves at the start of this game. epitomised by the shooting. Zayn regathers the defensive rebound and then moves forward to support Monen. Schönman streaking forward at the top of your picture, but the captain goes herself inside the paint, into the basket.
Excellent drive from Monen, finds the tight gap, wriggles her way through, hits the layup for Germany's first score.
Australia now with Kylie Gauci. She's a big rugby league fan, and she says she really enjoys the big hits in that sport. And for her, wheelchair basketball is the closest she can get to that. Stewart went wing to wing, and the offensive rebound is gathered, but not converted by Crispin. And Marina Moen said before this game that the team they call the Gliders will try and destroy them. She said Australia play a tough defence, they like to foul a lot. But Kylie Gauci, who we saw on the ball there, the number 11, said, if they give it to us, we'll give it to them. Now the talking has stopped.
This is what the Australians want. They want Monen up high.
Schönemann.
Defended tightly by Bridie Keane. She's doing an excellent job on Monen.
Both teams 1 for 4 so far, field goal conversion. But not now, as Australia ease ahead.
Gauci has that shot in her arsenal. Just finds the gap, takes her time, slows down, pops and hits.
And Germany ended the USA's back-to-back Paralympic success in the semi-final, so they know they can compete with the big nations.
Over and back called on Monen. Just on the tip there, you can see the anti-tip wheel just edging over the halfway line.
And it's a time for clarification for the Australian coach as well, John Triscari. Gauci's on the ball for the Australians, who've won 2 silvers and a bronze in Paralympic wheelchair basketball. And 4th place at the World Championships in the UK 2 years ago was enough to bring them here. Germany came 2nd in that. And they beat Australia in the semi-finals before losing to the USA, but their nemesis has been well and truly vanquished here at London 2012. And after taking silver in Beijing, they'll be looking to go 1 better here. Zayn. And it's a very hard press from the Australians so far, but here's Monen. The buzzer goes, and the Germans have got no room to breathe at all.
No, they're absolutely smothering them on the halfway. Managed to get a pass to Monen, but it's a low percentage shot from outside the key, which is what the Australians want.
Gauci again, just dropping the outside the ring. And good pressure there from Monen to prevent the offensive rebound leading to a basket. Sarah Stewart there, wearing number 13 for Australia, combines her sporting career with that of a maths teacher. And that's a good turn inside the paint from Crispin. But Monen recovers the ball for Germany. And they've not been able to get their guards, Muller and Zayn, really moving as a unit so far. Adaman, and that's inside, and that's what they do so well. The 7 and 8, Muller and Zayn. Zayn this time. Early days. And nothing between these two sides, but that's a good response from Gauci.
That was poor from Zayn there. That she left Gauci. She knows she can hit that shot. Just went to cover. But Gauci was very confident from the high post.
Monen. And Muller and Zayn do a very good job of breaking between the lines up towards the key. But it's going to be difficult for them tonight on the evidence of what we've seen so far. Monen. Not in time and not anywhere near the ring either. And the Australians bring Amber Merritt into the game. Her boyfriend Sean Norris is a key man in the Australian male wheelchair basketball side. And they've got a big day tomorrow as well. Hill. Katie Hill scores her first points. On the assist from Gauci this time. And the first chink of daylight between either side. Adaman, one of a number of players in the German team who previously played able-bodied basketball, but after serious knee injuries chose to take up the wheelchair version of the sport. She injured her anterior cruciate ligament 4 times. And she, Monen and Friedrich are among those who had to quit the able-bodied version of the sport due to knee injuries. Monen into traffic, finding Zayn. Doesn't drop this time. Monen regathers though.
Found the gap again, Zayn. Good work by them two, Monen and Zayn.
And it's stolen by Merritt, who was actually born in England before moving to Perth and now plays for the Western Stars. And Adaman with their first personal foul. Gauci, the top scorer in the game so far. Not. Takes it very well.
Yeah, she was left with no option there. She had a screen, took her time. She was looking for the inside pass, but took it herself and did very well.
Not a 1.0 classification player. All these players are numbered between 1 and 4.5. The higher the number, the lower the level of physical impairment, and no more than 14 points can be on the court at any one time. Adaman into the paint. But she was fouled on the way through. Shelley Chaplin just catching up. And a timeout is called by Germany, with Australia 6 points clear. Paralympic.org is the place to watch all the action here between now and the conclusion of the games on Sunday. And you can talk about the American collapse against the Dutch in the bronze medal game, or how this game may go, on facebook.com/Paralympic Games or on Twitter @Paralympic. So what's the plan, coach?
Looks like John Tishdari wants a 45-degree angle shot off the backboard. Wants a screen from Katie Hill. She did fantastic on the last screen.
Adamant snaps the streak of 6 unanswered points for Australia. And brings Germany back within 4. And Germany will have really started to believe when they knocked out the United States, as Gauci misses on this occasion, gathered by Monen. In their opening game, they beat them 54-48 to really send out a message. And then in the quarter-final, 55-44 against Great Britain, although in truth the game was a lot closer than that before that 3-point win over the bronze medalists, the Netherlands. Adamant. Good shot again.
Kisses it off the glass, Adamant. Very good stroke. Got her angle, got her chair right. Faced the basket, knocked it in off the glass.
4 quick points from her.
Yeah, the Germans don't seem to have a lot of inside options, so they're being forced to take that outside shot. So they'll look to Adamant for that 45-degree angle.
Joanna Valen there was upended for Germany in mid-court, but the chance was missed anyway by Merritt. Sarah Vinci has come into the game for Australia, replacing Claire Knott. Monen. That's good play. Adamant. 6 in a row for her.
Yeah, Adamant found a pick opportunity on the far side. Got through for the layup. Tied game now. Much better play from the Germans.
And she's taken her team from 10-4 down to 10-10. Chaplin. Hill. That's too much of Gauci there. A timeout is called by Australia. With the scores tied. We had a tied first quarter in the bronze medal game before the Dutch then ran away with it against the Germans. And Holger Klinicki always looks like a man who has the troubles of his world on the shoulders, but he gets the best out of his players.
Yeah, he's an authoritarian figure. Very coach that loves his discipline, but you can see the offense just slightly improving now.
It's been a nervous start. Australia 5 for 13, 38% field goal conversion. The Germans 4 for 11, 36%. But they have scored both of their free throws, courtesy of Marieke Adamant. Zayn. Germans looking to finish the quarter in the lead. Monen, they might. 8 unanswered points from Germany. But there's still time, and there's definitely time now for Chaplin, but she misses. Gathered by Muller. And Breuer finding the player who really makes them tick. Zayn. 10 points in a row.
Yeah, Great play from the Germans. Zayn fakes the pass, see that they went to cover Adaman and took the layup herself. Right choice there.
A three-pointer from the Australians, but it doesn't connect. And Germany came back strongly there, very, very strongly.
Yeah, they saw the Australians were forcing them out very well. Great strong defence, particularly on the halfway in the early stages. But they looked for that outside shot, particularly Adaman kissing it off the glass, and then Moynihan finding the space on the baseline to stroke through. A nice 2 on the baseline. Germany lead 14-10. Very close game.
But they came back well there, Germany. And they managed to find some space through that defence of Australia very, very quickly. The first half of the quarter, if you like, was the Australians bottling up the middle, but the longer it went on, the more they began to be pulled apart.
Yeah, because the Germans figured out a game plan. They tried to pick on either side of the court, and Adaman got free and then hit a layup. And that's sometimes what's wrong with a half-court press. If you do it for too long, it works, it shakes the Germans, but then the play starts to come together, they get the picks, they get the layups, and that's why the Germans are ahead, plus some great outside shots.
Massive crowd here inside the North Greenwich Arena. And the Germans outscoring the Australians so far. 33% from the Australians, 5 for 15. And that really is the key stat as far as they're concerned. Joanna Valen starting alongside her captain Marina Mohan. Valen, born in Sweden, and started playing wheelchair basketball following a snowboarding accident. His not for Australia. And the whistle goes before the shot was taken. And it will go against Annabelle Breuer.
Just comes across and catches the push rims.
Oh, and it's missed, but recovered well.
Wow. Bumped on the foul.
Kobe Crispin with the rebound, the point, and she'll now try and come back for a third.
They had to box out there. That's poor boxing out from Adaman. She needs to get in front of Crispin. Crispin able to get the rebound, but not the extra shot off the foul.
And now the Germans moving sweetly forward again. Monan. Zayn. Have to hurry. To wing, but Adaman won't get the ball away in time.
Yeah, push the Germans out again. They don't want to be near that sideline. They have to get closer. They don't want to be pushed out.
Australia looking to level the scores here. Chaplin. That was short. And it's amazing how many times Marina Mohan comes away with the ball for Germany. Valen. It's just mishandled there by Zayn. Monan. Adaman. Zayn's there. A high bouncing ball. She gets it back. Adaman again. And this time Merritt steals.
Got to convert that, Adaman. Got to take your time. You have 3 seconds to turn, put the ball up, but no need to rush.
And here's Merritt
Just
going down.
balance.
And going down very hard there. I thought it was wheelchair rugby for a second there, but she went down without any German near her. Sees the funny side of it.
No, she just loses her balance slightly. You can see the smile on her face as she goes down.
I think it was a grimace at first before the smile. Here's Zayn. Looking for somebody to make the angle ahead of her. Breuer.
Gap found. No, doesn't want the ball.
Underneath it's Adaman, and that's good work.
Yeah, good work, good patience from Zayn. Use Valen as a dummy.
And now the Germans are back very quickly. There's no Australian player inside the paint at the moment. And the opportunity for the screen is not really there, but here's Merritt.
Yeah, like they said in one previous timeout, they want that 45-degree shot. Very confident shooters from that angle. They have the Australians.
Zayn makes the space and finds the basket.
Yeah, there's also a player who has a very confident shot. She did that against Great Britain and in previous group games. If she has the space and time, she can knock them down.
Not all the way on her own to the top of the key, but she doesn't find the finish. Monan beating Merritt to it. And the Australians now down to 32% their field goal conversion, 6 for 19. Zayn. Crispin with the defensive rebound.
Yeah, the curl wasn't there, so they went for the screen instead, but Zayn unlucky that time.
Oh, they were going for the pick and roll, but she only found Monan.
Yeah.
Adaman. Shot clock heading towards 10 seconds. And Adaman loses the ball. Fast and furious at the moment. And not too many points being scored. Another Australian goes flying before the basket from Sarah Vinci.
Great drive from Shelley Tapnin and skip past to Vinci.
And the captain for Germany, while you're watching the Australians, Amber Merritt there. She just still has the suffering from that bump on the head.
Yeah, she'll just take a breather. She'll be back shortly, though.
Marina Monan's gone off for the Germans, replaced by Gesche Schönmann. Wearing number 10 at the top of your picture. Zayn. Schönmann. Had the screen, but couldn't find the basket. And now Crispin.
Oh.
Adaman catching her from behind, and Crispin can see the funny side.
Crispin just too fast for Monan, but she can't get out the way. It often happens in basketball when you've got a fast player like that.
Monan back in the game for Adaman. The top scorer so far with 8 points. Gauci. Misses again, Chaplin.
Yeah, they didn't spot Chaplin coming round the back there. They were too busy waiting for the ball to drop. It drops to Chaplin, and she converts the basket.
Here's Schönmann. That field goal percentage for Australia remains fairly poor.
Australia have gone back to the press. Let's see if it does them any good as they try to pull this back. It's only 2 points in it.
And Claire Knott has conceded the personal foul on Marina Monan. There is Monen. Oh, seems to have time to set herself.
Yes, she's now back on the floor. Confident stroke. Nails the long two.
4-point game now. Over halfway in the second quarter. Chaplin. Schönman with the defensive rebound for the Germans.
Zayn free on the layup.
And we see that so often.
Executed perfectly once again. Seen that play so many times in the first half.
And bodies go tumbling again inside the German paint. And it's Annika Zayn. As Katie Hill turned the ball over there. Zayn and Crispin. And it was Zayn who came a cropper. And it's been a very tight second quarter so far. Being edged by the Germans, 8-6. Zayn. Monen. And the Australians have bodies there under the hoop to pick up the defensive rebound. And now Gauci needs support. Crispin heading into traffic without the ball. And doesn't make the basket.
Yeah, they couldn't find a way through, so they had to switch up on the screen. But couldn't hit that time.
Valen. Monen. That's her reach again, that's so important.
Good strength from Monen, yeah, very good strength. Held it up high, didn't bring it down. Forrester hands, repositioned, and had the 2 points.
And that lead is growing. A 8-point lead now. At the moment, it's Europe's night here at the North Greenwich Arena. Holland overcoming the USA in the bronze medal game, and Germany on top here, but a long way to go. And Gauci drawing the foul from Monen. But then, the ball's been turned over. What did the referee see there?
I think it was a 5-second inbound call, Nigel. They have 5 seconds to inbound the ball and they couldn't find an option.
So that's careless from the Australians. And Valen will try and make them pay here. Monen and Sherman both on the field now. But that won't count. Gauci has been charged with a personal foul on Sherman. Monen. Valen. This time Zayn was forced away from the basket, but she finds Monen as time expired. But Valen picks up the rebound. That's smart play.
Second chance point for Germany. Nobody picked her up, undetected. Now double-digit lead. Very impressive start to the second quarter.
The Whistle goes again. Australia will get the foul. Bridie Keane. And it's a two-pointer attempt for her. Breuer just with a push in the chest there. And she gets one of them.
Yeah, it was deemed an unsportsmanlike foul. They'll get possession after this as well.
And a timeout call by Australia. And John Triscari here will need some words. His team 9 points behind with just over 2 minutes to play. And Holger Glanicki has seen his team cope extremely well with the Australian tactics early on. And at the moment, they are in the ascendancy.
He looks very happy with Valen. She's done excellent work in these last few minutes.
Look at the penetration. No penetration, all movement. Okay? Make the ball move in, and we will get the gaps. Okay? That's different stuff.
Make the ball do the work.
Yeah. Move the ball around, create the gaps, shuffle the defence, then penetrate. That's where they'll get their points, says John Triscari.
At the moment, it's been a bit straight up from Australia. They're trying to crowd the central area of the court. They're not really finding too much joy there.
No. They need to go out wide, try and work the screen if they can on the 45-degree angle, or try and get a curl on the high post. That's worked well for them as well.
Stewart goes wing to wing. And inside, the chance is spurned. Sarah Vinci, but Crispin gets it back and she misses as well.
Just wouldn't drop. Great hustle from Crispin though.
And now Monan. This game racing towards half-time. Zayn. And Schoenman. The shot clock's about to expire, going for three! Not too far away. It's regathered by Breuer. Zayn inside the paint, into traffic, and she misses as well.
Off the back iron. But there was a huge gap which Zayn exploited.
Keane. Gauci. And Monan regathers again. And Germany looking to finish this half on the attack. Australia have now not scored for 5 minutes. 8 unanswered points from Germany. Zayn, bit of a slingshot pass in the end. And Australia get it back and they're looking to get things moving here. Crispin.
Monan clearly not happy. Where was her help? She was all on her own, nothing she could do about it. Crispin having a fantastic game down low. She was unlucky last time, makes up for it this time.
And a timeout called by Germany, who still hold that 7-point lead. And there may only be 7 seconds to go, but it could be 7 big seconds if Germany can get more points. An 8-point lead, or rather a 9-point lead, heading towards the half-time dressing room will give them a massive boost.
Yeah, very impressive recovery from the Germans after being rattled early on by the Australian half-court pressure. found the gaps, found their shots, and executed perfectly.
Germany start again.
The pressure's back on.
Schoenemann going for 3. And that's the end of the first half in the gold medal game. Germany have the lead, but not quite in control yet. They've outscored Australia in the opening 2 quarters. And they lead 26-19. And Australia will need to work on their shooting. 9 for 28 so far, 32%. John Triscari will be disappointed at how much inefficiency they've shown around the key. Germany 12 for 29, 41%. And they've also scored both of their free throws. For Australia, it's only 1 from 6. Yeah. And Australia have not done the simple things well enough.
Yeah, they need to execute their second chance points. Crispin had a second chance point, just wouldn't drop, but needs to not rush the shot, but take your time, hold it up high. Free throw points are very important in this type of game. They'll be costly if they're missed, but excellent pressure from the Australians early on at the halfway. That rattled the Germans, but they soon figured it out. Pick and roll on either side. Moynihan got through, Adaman got through, and punished them with a layup. Zayn found a couple of gaps. She executed well. And they're working fantastically as a unit now, the Germans.
So the Australians have work to do here in the second half if they want to claim their first Paralympic gold medal. Moynihan helped out by Adaman, who contributed 8 points in that first half and helped to turn around the situation for Germany when they were trailing 10-4 in the first quarter. And that was Adaman.
Been very key in this half for Germany. Zayn being patient with the ball, very good point guard vision. And she has executed a couple of shots from the top of the key herself.
Kobe Crispin, the top scorer, with 6 points so far for Australia. But they've been outshone. 8 points for Adaman, also for Zayn and Moynihan. But Crispin came up with the final basket right on half-time. And at half-time, Germany lead 26-19.
Paralympic Games, dance off, and it is the final edition of dance off, alright? So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go for this cool dude, Martin, who's going to take to the floor now and show us some of his best dance moves. I have an idea, this isn't going to be very nice to me. DJ hit!
So, time to look at the stats from the first half. Of course, the score, Australia 19, Germany 26. Germany have averaged 41% from their field goals. The Aussies just to 32%. Whereas at the free throw line, Germany have backed 100%. Australia's, compared to Australia's 17%. Germany, though, that makes just 1 point difference to them. Kobe Brisbane top scores for Australia with 6 points and 38%. It's Adam and Monique Ross for Germany with 8 points for the game. Marika Adamant is hitting 60% from the field. Here's the measurements.
thanks for letting me know that the only lady who comes onto the court behind me, you're really, really nice. Right, we've had the dad. Right, we want to get all the mums up. We want to show our appreciation to all the mums. So all the mums, please stand up. If you touch your mum, make them stand up right now. All the mummies in the house, stand up, please. All the mummies, stand up. Even you on the top there as well. Hi, Mama. Right, Mummy, we've got a special record for you. This is Mum's dance now. Hit it, Did. We want to see the mums rocking away, please. We want to see the mums dancing away. Look at them all. Brilliant. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Woo. Look at all the mamas.
And hello from Nigel Adderley. Welcome to the North Greenwich Arena here on Paralympic Sport TV. To all our viewers around the world, it's currently half-time in the gold medal game in the women's wheelchair basketball. Germany lead Australia by 26 points to 19. They've outscored the gold medal favourites 14-10 and 12-9 in the 2 quarters so far. Alongside me is Nate Williams, and Nate, the bare stats tell the story. Germany have finished off more of their chances, and Australia have not really produced the sort of offence that they've been looking for so far.
Yeah, Germany were very shaky in the start, to be honest, but they were clinical. They got through the pressure from the Australian defence at the halfway, and they've just played really good team basketball. That's what's made the difference here.
A fantastic crowd inside the North Greenwich Arena. Already this evening, they've watched Holland take the bronze medal. The United States of America, who came into this Paralympic Games as back-to-back gold medalists, will go home with just memories from London 2012. They were comprehensively beaten by the Dutch, and that was a real surprise because we thought it was going to be nip and tuck all the way, but they were simply demolished by the Dutch.
Yeah, the Americans, they had a very nitty-gritty semi-final against the Germans, losing out by just a point. So I expected a bit more from the Americans, a bit more picks, a bit more screens for the outside shot for Rebecca Murray, who practically ran the game on her own, which was unfortunate for her. But the Dutch, Inge Gutman, yeah, fantastic player, had a great shooting game, and the big three, Gutman,
Oosterman and Breyer.
Oosterman, Korver, they had a fantastic game together, moving the ball around, taking the shots one by one, knocking them down, and that's what killed the Americans, plus the pressure, the fantastic pressure in the first half. Similar to the Australians, who we'll hear from now.
John Triscari, their coach, just giving a few final words of advice to his team before the third quarter.
I don't care who she's behind. Probably be better if Sarah's behind Claire, and on the other side, you two are working with Gucci. So then you reverse.
Well, he's been constantly telling his team to let the ball do the work, and if they pass the ball, the opportunities will come, but there's been too much single ball carrying so far for the Australians without the support, and the Germans have had that. Number 8 there, Annika Zayen, she buzzes around the key and makes the space for others, and also picks up those pick and rolls. Marina Moen, their captain, one of 3 pairs, has scored 8 points in the first half, and she's one of the players with the greater reach, illustrated by those 8 rebounds she picked up as well.
Yeah, Annika Zayen has been fantastic, moving around all sides of the court, trying to get those gaps, moving the ball around just like a good point guard do.
Here's Zayen. The Germans in the black vests in the second half, playing from right to left, and the gold medal is the prize, and Schönman scores her first points of the evening, and it's a 9-point lead for Germany. And Sherman and Monan, the two players with great wingspan, when they're both on the court at the same time, it's very difficult for the opposition to impose their game on either of them. And they combine here. Two players who took up wheelchair basketball after their careers in the able-bodied version of the sport were ended by serious knee injuries. Here's Zayn. And that's a great play inside for Valen. And it's 4 unanswered points for Germany at the start of the quarter.
Flips the shot from almost touching the floor, up off the glass. Great shot from Valen.
Gauci for Australia. Not underneath, unopposed, but she doesn't score. And that's been the story for Australia so far. So many opportunities inside the paint have not been converted. Valen has it stripped. Here's Keane. The Australian captain has been quiet so far. And now Stewart finding Gauci again. The shot clock will expire here.
Great pressure from the Germans. They're giving the Australians a taste of their own medicine. The Australians, they like to defend high and wide. They're doing exactly the same thing, and they don't like it. They can't find a way through.
11 points is a big lead at this stage of the game. Valen forgets to take the ball with her there, and she may pay a heavy price. Here's Stewart, driven wide by Breuer and Monan. But she goes for the basket and scores superbly.
Wow, what a shot.
And that really is 2 points again to the head, because Germany were moving forward there, and it was the handling error which led to 2 points for Australia. Valen drawing the foul from Keane, and she will go to the free throw line. For only the second time in the game. And Germany have scored both of theirs so far. In contrast, Australia 1 from 6. But that perfect record comes to an end. And Zayn misses both, and Keane comes up with the rebound.
Monan just applying the pressure.
Both teams looking for their first Paralympic gold medal in women's wheelchair basketball. Doesn't drop for Keane. It may do the second time of asking no.
These misses from second chance points are absolutely vital for the Australians, and they're just not converting.
Down to 30% now, their field goal conversion.
Zayn not fast enough to get to the basket. She'll reset.
Germany 45%, 14 from 31. Australia 10 from 33. Zayn. Overhand pass, but the shot clock expires. It won't count from Sherman. And there's plenty of nerves out there still after half-time in front of such a big crowd here inside the North Greenwich Arena. And we can hear the Australian support. They probably outnumber the Germans, but the Germans are outscoring them on the court at the moment. Amber Merritt coming into the game.
Yeah, Amber Merritt coming back into the game. She was very good early on. Solid shooter from outside and underneath the basket.
Her boyfriend Sean Norris in the men's gold medal game tomorrow. Not. Gauci. And that's good play. Chaplin converts, and that's a rare piece of offensive efficiency from Australia in this third quarter so far.
Yeah, they like their screens early on. And Katie Hill with a perfect screen again. like she did in the first half, allowing Sarah Chaplin to sink the 2.
And that's loose from Germany again, and Chaplin, as the whistle goes, it was stolen there by Katie Hill, and it was Marina Monen who gave the ball away, and she is then the player who commits the personal foul, just blocking off Hill.
Smart foul from Monen there. She saw the pass to Chaplin down low.
Here's Chaplin again. Gauci underneath, and she just runs the ball out of play there. But I think the Australians get the ball back there. Valen and her teammates not happy. And Valen's been pulled up for the personal foul there.
Strange call from the ref. Gauci's wheels were clearly over the line, but called for a push instead.
Gauci looking to capitalise. 4 points apiece in the third quarter. Merritt. Schoenman gathers and then tumbles. Ooh, she looks to have hurt herself there.
She'll be fine.
And Claire Knott with her third personal foul. Sherman going long. Monen. And that long pass gives them more time around the attacking arc now. Zayn.
Great work from Valen, forcing the defence low and then turning out for the screen for Zayn, who has had the hot hand, sinking those shots, but unlucky that time.
The 3 top scorers in the game so far are all German. Monen, Adaman and Zayn all on 8 points. Schoenman. She takes another heavy tumble. It's Gauci this time, but I think Sherman was almost losing the ball as well as she was going down.
Yeah, Sherman, great speed there. That's what. That's why the foul was drawn. Gauci not able to catch up with her and get in front of her chair.
Gauci charged with her second personal foul.
She needed to keep pushing there to get in front, but couldn't that time.
And Sherman takes a rest, replaced by Adaman. Four points apiece. And we're over halfway through this quarter. Adaman is there again. She scores on the buzzer.
Wow.
She's the first player to double figures in this gold medal game.
Lovely stroke from Adaman.
And that ends a 2-minute spell without a point from either side. Three-pointer. Yes!
Wow! Kylie Gauci off the glass.
And maybe that's what Australia need to get them going.
An excellent reply. Morale boosting for the Australians maybe now. They're pressuring at half court. They want that ball back.
Adaman. Good chair skills to twist and turn away from Merritt. Valen. Monen. She turns and sets, but doesn't score. And it's nipped out of Gauci's hand by Adaman, but recovered well. Merritt has to scramble. Almost an Australian rules-style hand pass there to Chaplin. And it's all very scrappy. And Chaplin turning the ball over. Kobe Crispin back in the game. Merritt's not quite had the impact maybe she was hoping for in the third quarter.
She's had a very successful tournament, averaging double figures, but she couldn't quite get going in this game takes a seat, has a breather.
Adaman. And it's very messy under both hoops at the moment, and Zayn takes out Gauci there like a wheelchair rugby player.
North Greenwich Arena crowd boos all round.
Unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, she knew she was coming, turned into a centre flying, unnecessary foul.
So, uncontested free throws here, and Australia will get the ball back. So potentially 4 or 5 points here, but it won't be now.
No, but they'll have a chance to get 2 of those points on the offence when they get the ball back from the sideline.
Oh, she misses, short again.
Hopefully they can come up with something on the offence this time, the Aussies.
Gauci, the top scorer now for Australia, following that earlier three-pointer. 7 points for her. And we now have multiple interchanges from both teams. Breuer and Valen for Germany. Muller is one of the players who's come back into the game, along with Bryceman. Six-point game in what's been a very tight third quarter. Chaplin almost shows too much of that to Zayn. Not. Crispin inside. Misses again.
Oh, this is killing Australia. Come on, get it in off that top window.
Adaman. Monan gathers as Zayn goes flying this time.
Great patience from Knott on that last play, but she had a tight screen. She could have took it herself, but she doesn't seem confident with that shot. She'd rather wait for the better option.
Zayn had lost that ball, and then she lost her wheels as well, colliding with Katie Hill. Muller clatters into Crispin. Shot clock about to expire. Monan, not in time. And yet again, 2 minutes without a point from either side. That three-pointer.
Australia have a slight advantage here, picking back number 13.
Gauci. Monan with the defensive rebound. And this looks like being a very low-scoring final now. Zayn. Adaman. There's no screen for Monan. And the scoreless streak now approaches 3 minutes and will continue because Hill misses.
Those are very important points. Take your time. Just a bit of nerves kicking in for Australia.
Look at that field goal percentage. Not great for either side at this stage. And it's become a match of a very attritional nature now. Into the final minute. It looks like neither will hit double figures in this quarter. Not.
That's more like it from Knott. Very confident shot. Takes the shot this time.
Adaman. Zayn. Bumping and barging going on all over the court at the moment.
Great defence from Katie Hill.
Adamant, wing to wing. And as Monan gathers, we have a moment of silence as the whistle goes. And Monan drawing the foul from Crispin. Australia having to defend now as Germany try and wind down the clock to not give them the opportunity. Adamant! Adamant again! This time she scores.
Second chance point. Lovely high arcing pass from Zayn. Struggled to get it off because of the pressure.
End of the third quarter. Germany retain their lead. And Australia weren't able to make huge inroads into it, only knocking a point off it from the situation we had at half-time. And Germany are 1 quarter away from their first Paralympic gold medal in women's wheelchair basketball. They lead 34-28. And big moments here for Holger Glenicki, their coach. Neither side making double figures in that quarter, and that just shows the quality of the defence, but also the rather mediocre nature of the attacking in that quarter.
Yeah, the Australians, they've brought on a key player, Katie Hill. She's had great defence picking back, but they just can't find those gaps. They just can't find those gaps. They might have to look to a screen for a shot off the window. Zayn might get going again. Lovely high arcing pass into Adamant last time around, but couldn't convert. It's all about taking those chances in the paint for both teams.
Australia 12 for 40 in their overall 2-point conversion. That's 30%. Germany 16 for 38, 42%. And we did see 1 3-pointer from Gauci for Australia in that quarter, but the free throws for Australia 1 for 8 so far, and in a 6-point game.
Yeah,
that's massive.
It's story of the game. You've got to make those shots from the line if they're gifted to you by poor discipline in the German defence. Every shot counts.
Final quarter of the gold medal game is underway. Chaplin. Gauci.
Great start from Australia. Gauci hits one off the window. 4-point game. Nice touch off the glass.
Monan going long, giving them more time inside the Australian half. Adamant, but it's good. Press again from Australia. Adamant takes it the long way around, and inside is Muller. And that's the sort of play we've seen from Muller throughout this tournament. She executes those pick and rolls so well. Chaplin into the paint, into the basket.
Chaplin hits back, very confident shot. Could have waited for the inside, but very confident stroke.
Zayn going all the way herself. That's fantastic.
Fantastic drive from Zayn. Just spins and sees the gap, sees the angle to the basket.
She moves into double figures now. Adamant, the top scorer on the German side with 12. Gauci for the Australians on 9. Crispin. 6-point game now. Hill, got to be soon.
just couldn't find the option. They tried a screen on either side, but Zayn got round to it, pressured Katie Hill, couldn't get the shot off. Same on the other side for Crispin.
And the ball's turned over. And that's a
Lovely
great
bounce
lay.
pass.
And it bobbles around but drops in the end for Muller. Sleight of hand there from Zayn, making the opportunity. And those two guards work extremely well in tandem. Gauci. Crispin. Gauci again gets the shot away, but the Germans recover. And it's Zayn. And they're beginning to get their speed merchants working in the Australian half now. But Adaman sees it stolen. Chaplin, urged on by the Australian crowd. Gauci, yes!
Yes! Pulling it back now, these Australians. They're working the fast break offense very well. Talking to each other, communicating. They know exactly where each other is on the floor. Much better from the Australians.
6-6 in the final quarter. A 6-point lead for Germany. Muller, it's 8 points.
Easy shot again for Muller. They've got to sprint back on defence. Yes, that was a morale-boosting shot from Gauci, but they have to push back. They have to keep going. Pedal to the medal.
But the game really opening up now in the final quarter. Gauci!
Again, Gauci!
6 points, and we've had more points in this quarter in the opening 3.5 minutes than we did in the previous 10 minutes.
Oh, but that's poor.
Zayn. 12 points for her now.
Katie Hill not happy with her teammates. She was all on her own there.
And the timeout called by Australia. And they're matching each other point for point now. Eight-point lead for the Germans. Holger Glinicki will know his team are so close to the gold medal now. We can see Gesche Sherman in the background there. I wonder if she's got a problem. She's only been on the court for 15 minutes in the game so far.
Yeah, well, I saw her ice her arm up in an earlier game. She took a few hits to the deck, icing her wrist. Something's not right. And if it's a shooting hand, which I think it is, I think that's game over for Dana Schumann.
And she's 1 for 5 from field goal opportunities. But you think most of the other players now have been on the court for well over half an hour, and she's barely made 15 minutes. And Gauci has been heavily involved for the Australians. Their top scorer with 13 points. Top scorer overall in the game now. Plenty of time for the Australians to overhaul this 8-point deficit. It drops. Adaman. Every time the Australians have scored so far very quickly, the Germans have responded in this quarter. Adaman. She was the screen, but she scores. 8-point game again. Australia need to stem the flow of points at the other end. Gauci. Hill. And Gauci does a good job there. Good job of stopping Monen from picking up the defensive rebound. Chaplin. 5 minutes to go. Gauci into traffic. Crispin. Chaplin.
Everything seems to be dropping now for the Australians. Gauci set the pace. Chaplin follows suit. Just getting the right roll of the ball.
But Germany still have their 6-point lead, as they did at the start of the final quarter. 12 points each so far. Monen, the whistle goes, and the basket won't count. And apart from a run of 4 unanswered German points, every basket so far has been answered by the opposition within a few seconds in this quarter. Monen! And the Germans do it again. And 8 points is a big lead with just over 4 minutes to play.
Bullet pass. Lovely. Crispin again underneath. She doesn't seem to be hitting a lot of them, which is vital to the Aussies.
Crispin, 3 for 11 so far. Gauci is their player with the hot hand. 6 for 13. Muller, 10-point lead. Germany closing in on the gold medal.
Muller goes through undetected, not picked up by the Australians. Another fast break point for Muller. She's certainly made an impact, keeping the Germans ahead.
And Australia have the timeout. Holger Glenicki always seems to be a bundle of nerves, but he knows his team are so close now. They played a superb final quarter. They've scored 16 points already.
Concentration, mental concentration, that's what it is. We need to refocus, go at them. 352 is a long time. We can do this. Let's go.
That was just a morale-boosting timeout from Coach Trzicki. He just wants them to focus, concentrate, take the time. He says 3 minutes 50 may not seem much, but it's all the time in the world they need. They can hit back at them, go full pace, and claw back at this lead.
Both teams have piled on the points in the final quarter relative to earlier on in the game. But Australia need a streak here. Crispin driving into traffic. Hill.
Charge called.
Second foul for Crispin. Looking to draw the foul, but being penalised herself. Adaman. The Australians going 2 for 2 at the back. Zayn. Monen. Adaman, 12-point lead.
Drains the baseline shot, Adaman. Very good game in this fourth quarter for her.
And they're just doing what they have to do here. Gauci, that will drop for her as well. 17 points for the top scorer in the game. But at the moment, it will only be good enough for a silver medal. Germany have got Australia where they want them.
Germany going back to that high pressure.
Zayn. And now Monen. Draining the shot clock as well. And Crispin recovers, but she was lifting in the chair.
Yeah.
You can't move forward out of the chair with your own momentum, with your own force.
Crispin can't believe it. It's not her day. Referee ruled that she came out of her chair, off her seat, and ball was turned over.
And Crispin's now off the court, replaced by Amber Merritt. Monen. They've just got to play smart ball now, Germany. Dillman and Zayn. And the Australian down is Shelley Chaplin. And you get the feeling Germany have done enough here.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go, 10 points. Never rule it out. Amazing things happen in the fourth quarter of basketball.
But Australia don't look like a side capable of a 10-point streak. That's the point. Here's Adamant, and it's getting worse for them.
Yeah, just extending that lead. Good pick by Muller, up high, creating the driving lane.
Germany, the only unbeaten side.
They feel they deserve a gold medal after that impressive streak.
And the foul's drawn by Amber Merritt. Verena Monen's third foul, but it may not be relevant now. Australia lost to Canada in their group phase, the only blot on the record before today. Gauci, and there's no Australia to pick the ball up. Adamant's fourth defensive rebound. And we're at that stage of the game now where the Australians will foul to just try and break the game up and stop the clock.
Yeah, try and claw back points, send Germany to the foul line, hoping that they miss and can get on the other attack. With 1 minute 37, it's not a lot of time, but hopefully they can stop the clock as early as they can.
Adamant. So it's going to be all change on the podium compared to Beijing 4 years ago. And Germany are going to be on top for the first time. Chaplin drawing the foul from Muller.
Very clever since of Australia's record from the line tonight. As you can see,
it's been shocking. 1 from 9. And now 1 from 10.
Double figure misses.
And they're also overall 37% for 2-point conversions, 19 from 51. And now we're seeing Germany. They'll pick up plenty of free throws between now and the end of the game, as Australia just try and stop the clock all the time. But it's high risk because at the same time they could lose this game very heavily.
Yeah, you feel that Germany could close out the game from the line now if they convert their chances.
Adamant, 19 points for her. Timeout called by Australia. And I think Holger Glanicki knows the gold medal is in the bag. We were hoping for high drama here, or we anticipated high drama, but in the 2 medal games tonight, the European sides are coming through very, very comfortably.
Yeah, very strong European super forces tonight. Dutch did a fantastic job on the USA, but now Germans are just finishing off this game point by point. Annika Zayn in the middle there, she's had a fantastic tournament, so has Monen. Muller came on and made a short impact. And let's not forget Adaman, stroking them in from range.
And their big game players have all had big games, in stark contrast to the Australians.
19 points for Adaman and a handful of assists. It's been very spread across the board. Great team basketball from the Germans.
Chaplin and Gauci. 3-point territory now, beyond 3-point territory to be honest. Merritt. Foul by Zayn. Adaman, top scorer for the Germans. Top assists. Also contributed a number of rebounds. And Kylie Gauci, the only Australian player in double figures. And Merritt yet to score a point. And she misses the hoop entirely. And Germany call a timeout, 1:13 to play. And look at the faces there in the background, they already know.
Yeah, they're very happy. Coach Galecki wants to maintain to the last minute. Offensive pressure, defensive pressure, but look at this, he finally breaks a smile. He knows that his team have done enough.
It's going to be a comfortable win in the end. And they'll have outscored Australia in 3 of the 4 quarters. And it's hard on Kylie Gauci. She's played well.
Yeah, she's done most of the scoring. Fantastic stroke from outside, particularly that awesome three-pointer off the glass to morale boost her team into the second half. But the Australians just come up short here. Well played from the Germans.
Monen. And they go to the line again, and that's what will happen now. And the Germans already celebrating on the sidelines. And the only unbeaten team here are going to take home the gold medal. And they put together a very impressive series of results. And it's ironic, really. They're knockout games, Great Britain, Netherlands and Australia, and the game with the biggest margin of victory is going to be in the final.
Yeah, they've learned game by game what they need to do.
Merritt misses again. Not.
Finally, Australia sink a second chance point. Another story this game, getting rebounds but not converting the second chance.
And it was their first point for nearly 2 minutes, and they've had long spells in the game where they've not been able to get any points on the board at all. You see some of the German baskets throughout the game. And we often see these games get rather fractured in the end as we have continual visits to the free throw line. With Germany here are going to usher in a new order in women's wheelchair basketball. The silver medalists from Beijing and the most recent World Championships. And they're a team that does have youth as well. Annabelle Breuer, 19. Maya Lindholm, who's not featured yet tonight, only 21. Marika Adaman, 22. Alongside the more experienced players. So the major powers in women's wheelchair basketball as Germany go to the line yet again. The USA and Australia will not be going home for the gold medal, and Germany have been around, of course. They were runners-up, but they didn't come into this tournament as huge favourites to do anything, did they, really?
No, like you said, very young players that have just come into this tournament, made an impact. Double figures for Adaman. Very impressive performance from her.
The German free throw average here is taking a hit, but they don't really care. But that one's nailed by Schoenmann. Gucci for three. No. And she will foul. And Muller will go to the line. And it's a shame in many ways such a big game ends up petering out like this.
Yeah, you don't want to be behind by giving away layups, giving away easy shots. And you equally have easy shots, but you don't make them. They don't drop. And now you're down and you're forcing fouls and you're just watching your opponents sink points from the line to close out the game.
Yeah, they're disappearing over the hill here, Germany. They've scored 23 points in this final quarter. Gauci.
Lovely pass from Gauci. And another layup missed.
Chaplin unable to finish. Schoenmann goes tumbling.
The mentality of the Australians must have been very rattled before they came into this game, because a layup, I haven't even seen a layup being hit. I'll be honest, I haven't seen a layup being hit from the Australians, and that's very surprising.
Well, they came through such a dramatic game in the semi-finals. Maybe it took too much out of them when they beat the USA 40-39. And maybe took too much out of both teams because they both lost in the medal games. .14 lead, and it's a comprehensive victory, a stroll through to the gold medal. Not three-pointer, short. And we've got 3 seconds left.
Zayn just come flying into Schumann to congratulate her.
Handshakes already for Holger Glinicki.
He must be delighted. He's worked very well with this team. An authoritarian figure, but it's worked. The Germans have made history. First medal for them. Upset the Australians, who get another silver medal. Fantastic performance.
Germany take the Paralympic gold medal in women's wheelchair basketball for the first time in their history. After the disappointment of silver in Beijing 4 years ago, this time the one unbeaten team at London 2012 take the greatest prize. Tears for Kobe Crispin, the Australian. Tears of joy for Marina Mohan, the German captain. They've been the best team, and they've risen to the occasion when it really mattered. Great disappointment. Amber Merritt had a difficult game, and after so much work, 4 years of hard work, they're on the podium, but it's not the medal they wanted. But Amber Merritt's only 19. She'll be back again.
Yeah, she'll get another chance. She's an absolute excellent player, averaging double figures this tournament. Very promising forward at the age of 19.
And tears there for a player at the other end of her career. Britt Dillman there, the 49-year-old, wearing number 6. And the handshakes at the end. And Holger Glinicki has a word for every single Australian player. He knows what it's like to have been in the Olympic final and not come up with the gold medal. And I'm sure the Australians will put their disappointment aside when they return to the podium to receive their medals. And Britt Dillman still can't believe she's a Paralympic champion. So a 14-point victory in the end. And once the Germans got their noses in front, the Australians simply couldn't recover.
Yeah, the Australians, they had a very strong start, pressuring on the halfway, getting those points, sinking those shots from behind the screens. But Germany found a way through, setting a pick either side. They had a free shot at the top in Zayn. Zayn hit the shot quite comfortably, and then the points just started to rack up for the Germans from there, getting 3 layups on the fast break. Muller came in and made a quick fire impact with a couple of baskets, and but the stroke on Adaman was absolutely superb from range.
She was the player who really took the eye. And she was somebody who came into the game with a PPG of 7, and she ends up being the top scorer in the Paralympic final.
They're just draining shots from baseline to baseline, either end of the half. Very solid finish from Adamant and the whole German team.
Australia missed their chances. 1 from 12 from the free throw line. If they'd nailed more of those, it would have made it more of a contest.
Yeah, that's one of the lines of these games. Like, foul shots count in finals. You'll be surprised how many finals are lost because you couldn't make your shots from the free throw line. Australia will be left distraught by that little statistic that'll be niggling at them for the next 4 years.
Holger Glenicki is still out there. He's got the ball as well. He's taking home that souvenir from London 2012. Other way around, Holger. There we go. I think he was being met there by the men's coach on his way, Nikolai Zeltzinger, on the way to the tunnel. And we'll have the victory ceremony coming up in a few minutes' time. So we came here anticipating a very close, a very tight Olympic final. But once Germany strode out to a 4-point lead at the end of the first quarter, they were never headed by Australia. And those German supporters, long before the finish, were celebrating their gold medal. Kylie Gauci, the top scorer for Australia. And Holger Glenicki has led his team to a Paralympic gold medal. And Germany are the champions for the first time in their history. And the two coaches at the end of the game, a word of consolation for the Australian John Trescari, but celebrations and tears for Germany. So Germany are the Olympic champions. We'll have the victory ceremony coming up in a few minutes' time. But first of all, let's catch up with the rest of the news here at the Paralympics.